It looks like the latest episode of WandaVision might have revealed a direct connection to Quicksilver, in fact being Pietro from the X-Men films. So let's get to exactly what happens in this episode that has many people believing that this is the case. So in the latest episode of WandaVision, they play loose with this Quicksilver's true identity and connection to Wanda and their history. And there is a few lines of dialogue that seem to hint towards them having completely different memories from one another of how certain events in their life transpired. Now this goes all the way back to what we've seen with WandaVision, specifically that Wanda, once she's not in the Hex, she still has her accent. And if we look at this episode, we see the same thing happens with Quicksilver multiple times where he loses his accent. Now the reason this is important is because Quicksilver in the MCU had a very strong accent, and of course he was Sokovian. In the Fox universe, Evan Peters' version of Quicksilver is an American. And there is little things throughout the episode that every time things don't add up or certain things don't fall in place for Wanda, when Peter starts to talk again, he loses his accent, and then it slowly starts to come back throughout the scene. Now, many people are looking at this as sort of the evidence you need to confirm that, look, this isn't just another random person, it is the multiverse being cracked open. She couldn't stand the loss of her brother, she couldn't stand the loss of Quicksilver, so she brought in a Quicksilver, and his memories and mind is being manipulated as well. She is projecting her version of Quicksilver, what she has in her mind, on top of this multiverse version that she has dragged in here. And once the walls start to break, once the facade starts to crack, we see the cracks of the real Quicksilver break in here. And if you pay attention to the dialogue and what is being said, this Quicksilver seems to be a little bit more aware of certain things falling apart, and the fact that his version is alive when Quicksilver is actually dead. There's definitely a hint towards him knowing that, because again, he seems out of place here. And of course, he even has his powers in this world. Now, I don't think Wanda can project powers onto people, unless this is something completely different and insane, and we're going to reveal that that's Pietro's MCU dead corpse that's been gone for like a decade, that she's reanimated and projected somebody else to look like him. That probably doesn't make sense. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the cracks are slowly starting to show in this world and merging the multiverses? Is this Fox's Quicksilver? Like I said, there's plenty of Easter eggs now and little things that if you pay attention, it looks like that's what they're setting up. It could also be a misdirection, which would honestly make sense if it's Mephisto. But I guess we'll know in the next couple episodes. I'm guessing by the end of episode 8, we have a concrete answer.